Welcome back to the podcast where we keep it real, raw, and unapologetic. Today we're talking about something that's going to piss a lot of people off, but it needs to be said. Paternity fraud. Yeah, I said it. Women out here lying about who daddy is, and the system that's letting them get away with it. Meanwhile, dudes are getting played, their pockets empty, and their hearts ripped right the fuck out of them, right? Now, let me ask you this. Bernie Madoff lied about money. She lied about a baby. Same crime, and it should be the same damn time. Fraud is fraud, whether it's on Wall Street or in the bedroom. Let's talk about it. First off, let's call it what it is. Straight up deception. A woman knowingly pins a kid on a man who ain't theirs, and then has the nerve to let him raise that child like it's his. That's fucking cold, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond dirty. That's playing with a man's soul. Fellas, think about the grind, right? You out here working, hustling, putting food on the table, thinking that you're building a legacy, only to find out later it was all a damn lie. And even when the truth comes out, you still gotta pay that child support for a kid that's not even yours. Nah, that's a setup. And in the system, that shit ain't on your side. It's like they don't care as long as somebody is cutting a check. But let me tell you this. If the DNA don't match, she belongs behind bars. That's not just a model, that's fucking justice. Let me put it in this perspective. Bernie Madoff scammed folks out of billions of dollars. Lives ruined, families destroyed, and what did we do? We put his ass underneath the jail. Now flip it. A woman lies about paternity, locks a man into 18 years of payments, wrecks his trust, probably wrecks his next relationship too, right? But instead of consequences, she gets a pass. She's out here smiling while that man's life is in shambles. This is why we say stop the lies and protect the guys. How is that fair, right? How does that make sense? Ladies, let me ask you this. If a man lied to you like that, told you the baby was his, and made you invest your time, energy, and love into a lie, wouldn't you want justice? So why shouldn't a man get the same respect? If Bernie got time, so should she. Fraud is fraud. Now let's flip the script. Some women argue that jail time for forced paternity would harm the child and create more instability, right? I say once they find out who the real baby daddy is, lock that hoe up. I mean, I get it. No one wants to see a child caught up in the middle of a legal battle. But here's the thing. Does protecting the child mean there should be no accountability for the woman's actions? If you can demand that men step up financially for their kids, shouldn't we also demand honesty and accountability from women? You can't have it both ways. We're not saying that a kid should be punished. Far from it. But the woman, throw them type of hoes underneath the jail because they are scum of the earth. She knew what she was doing. She made the choice to deceive. And if a man has to face the law when he doesn't take responsibility, then a woman who lies about paternity should face the same fucking consequences. Here's a cold fact. Your tears won't fix his fucking years. Accountability is a non-negotiable. Let's be real. It's not even just about the money. Yeah, child support hurts. But what about the emotional toll, right? Imagine raising a kid for years, right? First steps, first words, teaching them how to ride a bike. Just to find out later that shit was all fake. You was living a lie, and that bitch let you. That's psychological warfare right there. Playing with a man's lives like it's a game, right? Like dudes are just some walking ATMs with no feelings. But nah, we ain't standing for that shit no more, right? Ladies, if you're really about equality, if you're really about justice, then stand on that. If a man lied to you, you will want his head on a platter. So keep that same energy when it's the other way around. And here's the bottom line. There's no excuses for paternity fraud. It's fraud, plain and simple. And fraud deserves consequences. We need laws that protect men. Mandatory DNA testing at birth should be a thing, right? Let's end the guessing games. If you ain't 100% sure who the father is, then don't name names. It's that simple, right? And if you lie, jail, period. Just like Bernie Madoff, you should do the time for the crime because you're not just stealing money. You're stealing trust. You're stealing years and you're stealing a man's peace. This ain't just about hating women, right? It's about fairness. If you out here lying about paternity, you're no better than a con artist. And the streets don't respect frauds. Though now it's your turn to speak up. Should women who commit paternity fraud go to jail? Or are we just going to keep letting them ruin lives with no accountability? Hit the comments, let me know where you stand. And fellas, if you've been through this, share your story. It's time we stop being silent. And ladies, I ain't letting y'all off the hook either. If you support equality, then stand up and demand justice too. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Fraud is fraud. Deception destroys lives. It's time for accountability no matter who it is. Until next time, stay woke, stay loyal, and stay ready. This is about more than just a debate. It's about changing the damn game. Let's get it.